Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Gatto. Today is the last day that we'll be reading this story, Plants That Eat Animals. We want to make sure that we know all of the details from the story, so make sure you're listening very carefully today. After our book today, you will take a quiz on this book. So it says, all plants need water and minerals to grow. Most plants get them from the soil. Some plants grow in soil that has few minerals in it. They get food by trapping small animals. The Venus's flytrap grows in wetlands in North and South Carolina. It is about 12 inches tall and has white flowers. Each leaf looks like a clamshell. It has sharp spines around the edges and soft hairs inside. The leaf gives off a sweet juice that attracts insects. When an insect touches the hairs on a Venus's flytrap leaf, the two halves snap shut. The plant slowly breaks down the insect's body and removes the minerals. Then the leaf opens up again. Sundew plants grow in wet, boggy areas all over the world. Each leaf has soft red hairs with drops of sticky liquid on the tips. When an insect gets stuck to a few hairs, all the other hairs on that leaf fold over and hold the insect in place. After the plant breaks down the insect's body, the hairs open up again. The sundew is ready for another meal. Can you guess how the pitcher plant got its name? Its leaves are shaped like a pitcher and hold sweet liquid. When an insect crawls down into the pitcher, it gets stuck inside. It cannot climb back up the slippery sides. The insect drowns in the liquid. There are many different kinds of pitcher plants. Trumpet pitcher plant, purple pitcher plant, and the flytrap pitcher plant. Bladderworts live in ponds. Their leaves are covered with tiny bags called bladders. If an insect or small fish touches one of the bladders, it opens up and sucks the animal inside. You probably know many animals that eat plants. Now you know plants that eat animals. So just a quick review before you take your quiz today. We need to make sure that we know how each one of these plants eats the bugs. So with our Venus flytrap, it says here that it gets stuck. Oh, let me go back. That's not our Venus flytrap. Here we go. So with the Venus flytrap, so when the bug touches the hairs, then it kind of just closes in like this and kind of crushes that bug. So it kind of touches those little hairs and that's what makes it close itself up, the Venus flytrap. Now this one is the sundew plant. And remember, this one has those soft hairs and that drops of sticky liquid. So what happens with this particular plant is that when the insect gets stuck in the hairs, and then it still does the same thing. Instead of snapping shut though, it just kind of folds shut and kind of traps that bug inside. And you can see it stuck right there, stuck to that, and it can't get out. Here's the pitcher plant. Now on the pitcher plant, kind of what happens is full of a sweet liquid. So it automatically attracts different kinds of bugs. And when the bug comes in to take a little drink of it, it slides down. and then it cannot come back up because it kind of crawls down inside, and then the sides of the plant are very slippery, so it has a very difficult time getting back up to the top. And then the bladderworts. Now these live in ponds, and it's basically kind of the same. When an insect or a little small fish touches one of the bladders, it opens up. So it kind of opens up a little bit, and then it kind of sucks in the animal. So that's important to remember. That's a difference because the other ones kind of they get stuck in there, and this one actually kind of sucks up the animal or the fish or the bug. So now you know about some plants that eat animals. Good luck on your test today. Try your best and kind of think back to the story. Have a wonderful day.